the Kenema Police Division and the region as a whole don't decide to put several measures in place to ensure say we curb the spread, the sales and the consumption of drug in this region. And for achieve that one day, I want to tell viewers and listeners them say we don't put several measures them in place. One of which is community-oriented operations and intelligence-led policing. Now what they do extensively to make sure say we curb the sales, the distribution and the consumption of drugs, particularly KUSH. So them measures then they in Kenema City don't work very well for we, and we don't make several achievements towards that one day. You go down there checkpoint them, we get records of several arrests we don't do, where people that want for traffic, jamba, KUSH na Kenema City. And the most recent one, na the one where we arrest na Kenema City, one Ishmael Kalong with 25 bundle of KUSH and some charters also, where they now custody now will investigate. That quantity of that drug, if it be spread in Kenema City, was going to create another negative impact. It therefore create another medical problem for people in this part of the country. So arresting that quantity and arresting him for let we cut the chain of distribution is also another very important successful. Ishmael, preliminarily or as the investigation they go on, revealed to we say now a resident of Kenema, and not to enforce time this or do this kind of thing, if we don't they on them, and at this time God don't come up here now. I think that we know about them so far. Not to a police officer, of course. That one day I will clearly tell you say not to a police officer. And in profession, we're not able to forget them now, but the investigation they go on. I think investigation will put that later. We don't hold several meetings with the community. They give them the encouragement for make them give you useful information which will lead to the arrest of the where they sell the drug, the side and where they sit down smoke, and also the one where they transport another community then they under the community policing agenda. And that one they don't work well for we. Secondly, we believe in intelligence-led operations. We don't do that there, we don't they succeed. Thirdly, we don't decide say any side where people then they sit down, they consume, they sell and distribute drug. Then massive structures and whether then at the outskirts or even in the city of Kenema, we don't decide to demolish them so that their existence will be curtailed. And when we feel say we demolish them, sign not there for Sido again, it will also help we for eradicate the consumption in the Kenema city. So among several other things that we don't put in place, now a few of these were just mentioned to you. Of course, Naina the head of police administration and operation at the region, and people are assured of talking to him and the actions where he don't take, where people they talk to and direct. So myself by the idea, I make at the end of this interview, I will read out a contact number and we'll have to make it public so that whosoever we get information about this particularly drug issues in Kenema City, he will call and directly and give the information, and I'm sure he will take the necessary action where he will take. AIG Mr. Moses Tower, a number na 076 653 271 076 653 271. Now the number that way you go call and talk to them directly and get information. And mark you that number there, and not there for many people then go to call and say irrelevant discussions or information were not correct. Make sure when you call the number, you call them for the right purpose. I always they say, and I start with that in the discussion, just know that we're not going to be able to succeed if community or stakeholders in this town not ready for back we up. Back we up and sense information where they forgive we, we go lead we to the arrest of the one there, we don't decide for curtail the progress of youth in this part of the country. Any side you hear say then they sell drug. Any side you hear say somebody don't come with drug in the community then they give the information to the police. If you're not able to call, you can come to the regional commander directly, or you come to the LUC, then we'll give you they will take the necessary action where you they ask for.
The city of Kenema, all around, we don't hear about this KUSH business for far too long. And people that they also where they know who side their places and they people that they want that, especially the one they win a stalwart them, but then this KUSH business. Where una can get the information? What you una can do?
Any side somebody share information with the police, it now becomes the responsibility of the police for decipher or for sieve that kind of information then they so that we will able to get the relevant intelligence we need. And in that process, where we get them, we go into action. If the information they in line with what they look for, they will take action. We can arrest, we investigate, and charge to court. But sometimes, if that information is different from what we are looking for, then we don't get option. We can just shave that one out and move on.
Okay, Tamunya Street now one of the hot spots in where people because they blow alarm that they want the one at the fair look them, they on that on a foot. Una go na Tamunya Street. So how quickly or proactively una be don't move towards that from una go really make a set a raid for Tamunya Street
and other places near you and the community know say we don't raid yonder effectively, and we not only raid there. Waiting at the latest development so far we don't do is that any side where too much of drug consumption there, we don't decide say we will demolish there, we dey ensure say we make deployment there. So that police presence go there in uniform for serve as a deterrent to whosoever will go on for go there back for one. So Terminal Street is not an exception. We don't declare that place there as a KUSH free zone. Yes. Anything when a threat to life and public safety, we put premium on it. And the consumption of drug, it don't become not only a medical challenge but also a social situation. And when it becomes a social challenge, now they don't have to fear they come out, now they don't other things all they happen. So therefore, we don't decide say, would they put those measures in place for condemn them entirely. So that is what we are doing. And the issue of the body them way would they always they report to we say they then are street. I want to make this point clear to listeners and the viewers then say them body then they're not the day as a result of human action. We don't investigate, we don't know say not all their death is not as a result of somebody in action. They die in most cases as pauper. And when somebody die as a pauper, we don't investigate, say we not see no physical wound on that person. The medical people can take care and bury the person, especially if somebody not can claim their body then. So these are the situations where we see in Kenema where they happen. Robbery investigation is a very lengthy investigation because when charged to court and evidence the punishment is huge. That investigation they in progress. And at this point, we don't count with the one that were a victim of this armed robbery. They don't can't do identification parade. They don't earmark some of these guys. Say, of course, they be part of that night operation. That one day, if police left them, we left them on the grounds that they don't get any involvement. Police can invite anybody if we have doubts to make you clarify. If you can clarify the doubt to the best of your ability, and we see that there is no crime or there is no case, we have to let you go. It's your human right, you know. So this now a fight not to the police no more get them. This is going to be an institutional collaboration. And if we not collaborate very well, we will find it difficult to achieve this. Because we're not there everywhere at all times. It's because the people to tell us what happens in their community so that we'll be able to pipe down this thing. The future of this town, the future of this region will save so that we young one then go free from this issue of addiction, and the drug issue will come to a whole, and criminal activities will also be a thing of the past. More so will inside this rainy season.
Introduce yourself now.
Me now Sub Inspector Brahma James Musa, me na the head of media Salon Police na Kenema, Eastern Region.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.